Hey, I'm here with another episode review of Married at First Sight. Alrighty, so normally I would do a couple by couple, but I'm not gonna do it like that. I'm gonna kind of go like situation by situation. Before I start, I would like to say this: Lifetime, if y'all do not fix y'all fucking sound, it's gonna be a problem. You guys have way too much money as a network for the sound over voices, like when it's showing somebody but somebody's talking in the background, one of the doctors, for it to sound that far away. I'm confused on why in these confessionals they sound like they're talking in the hallway. Where the fuck is the mics? I have a mic. I don't have it hooked up right now because I'm kind of close to my phone, but I do have a mic that was like $20 that all you do is plug it in and boom, and you can hear me close up. It's annoying. Why should I have to turn up my volume to hear what the fuck doctor whoever has to say in the background? It's annoying. Okay, let's move on. Anyway, so let's see, where should we start here? So my review is gonna be a little bit all over the place, like I said, since I ain't doing a couple by couple because I really don't feel like it. So let's start with Karen and Miles. So Karen and Miles wake up. This is pretty much everybody. Well, this is before I think everybody. This is before everybody wakes up. Yeah, this is before everybody wakes up. So come to find out, Woody and Miles are like somewhat like best friends, or they're really really close or whatever. They know each other. So Amani and Woody, they come over to Karen and Miles thing. Was it me? Was it me? Or did it seem like Karen was acting a little stank? Like, granted, I understood that she was tired and she said that she was tired, but she didn't seem very welcoming to any of those, like, to those two. But I could be wrong. Maybe she really was just tired. But her tiredness came off very bitchy. But anyway, like I said, they're best friends. Karen wanted to be left alone because it came off stank. So yeah, so the next morning, everybody wake up. Everybody's cool. Actually, I'm gonna go couple by couple, but I'm gonna go couple by couple on what part of the episode we was on. So let's start off with meeting the family. So everybody, y'all know we get to the point where you meet this side of the family and I meet your side of the family. So let's start off with Karen and Miles. So Miles goes to meet Karen's people, and Karen's people, like I said, the only thing is that the mama had said from the beginning, like she said, she's not here for it. So she pretty much was really like laying in on his ass, like, you better take care of my daughter, and I'm pretty much like not playing with you. Like, I'll get you all snatched up in these streets. Like, don't play with me. And he said he understood that. Karen met Miles Peoples. Mama is old school and said, like, how do you feel about like submitting to your husband? And she said she prefers that. She's more like a submissive wife, but she still wants to be the neck and contribute. That's fine. Nothing wrong with it. Everybody got their own opinions. Olivia and Brent. Olivia met Brent's people. They pretty much did like, I don't know. I understand that his people are supposed to be funny, but his brother is such an asshole to me. Like, I don't know. Like, he talked about how they pretty much did a whole background check on her. They did this, they did that, they looked at, okay, fine, looking at her social medias, but no, we know people that and everybody over there at the hospital seemed to like you. Like, I don't like the way that came off. Like, okay, I understand and stuff like that, that you want to make sure that your brother is taken care of or whatever. But why are you sitting in my face saying that, oh, people at the hospital seem to like you? Why are you going to my job? I think that's what it was. I think it was her job that he was referring to. Why are you talking to people at my job about me? Like, how do you even know that any of them know that I'm getting married to this man? Like, mind your fucking business. Like, that whole exchange did not make me, it didn't feel comfortable with me. But anyway, they asked her about children, how she feels about that. She says that she's never been the type to really want kids. I said, oh, this is where we're probably gonna have a problem. And she said that at the end of the day, she wants to hold out for kids because she want to kind of like live her life, which that's understandable because that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm kind of living my life. I ain't got no damn kids. So yeah, so that was that. So then we get over and Brent meets Olivia's people, and the only thing that really stuck up at that whole conversation is the talk about religion. So apparently, Brent is not. I don't think he said he's an atheist, but he said he doesn't believe in like any organized like religion. So like he believes in like the values and stuff like that of Christianity, but not the actual, I guess, practices or whatever that goes along with it. And how him and Olivia talked about that the night before. And he has no problem with her doing what she wants to do, and he would never be disrespectful, and pretty much just saying like, No, I don't. I'm not a Christian, but I do pretty much practice almost everything that comes with it. And I'm glad that the father was like, okay, cool, like So we have that. Then we got Amani and Woody. I did put in here that I seen Woody's print. That's all I'm gonna say. They was very comfortable with one another, and so when Amani went to go meet Woody's people, the only thing that stood out about that is that they said that his anger gets like his was it his mama who said that she see the devil in him whenever his like the grandma said, like the devil, she see the devil in him when, like, he gets angry and stuff like that. And so that was a little bit of concern for her. And when Woody went to go meet Amani's people, they didn't really say anything concerning about her. Everything was cool. Then we have Amelia and Bennett. When Amelia went to go meet Ben's people, the only thing that stuck out about them, that his people was really nice. The only thing that stuck out about them is that the sister said, well, did he tell you? The funny part about it, it looked like the sister couldn't wait to say this. But he was like, did Ben tell you that he thinks it's unethical for people to have biological children? And at first I was like, bitch, what? But then I thought about it. I'm like, is he talking about the fact that, and we'll get into it, because the reason he explained, I've heard that before. So that was a little concern for her. When Bennett met up with Amelia's people, the only really thing the mama said, man, even if he was a bad person, I wouldn't know, because I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. That's really how my mom is too. But Amelia's people, the only thing they really asked him that was a concern is, with Amelia, going to school to be a doctor, and she has her residency coming up. I think they said she applied in New Orleans. She applied, I think, close to where they live, which is like Indianapolis or some shit like that. And then she applied in Virginia. So if she was to get hired at one of these places, would you go with her? I think he said at the time, like, he would have to, like, see where they are, because, they are just getting to know each other. So after all of that, all of the couples meet up, back up, and they kind of have a conversation. And this is pretty much to see, like, is there any concern about anything that any of the parents or the family brought up? So when it comes to Amelia and Bennett, she, of course, brought up the fact about, how, like, your sister said you don't want to have biological kids. And he brought up this point that I've heard a lot of people make, which is, well, people shouldn't have biological children because of overpopulation. There's not enough food right now, and there's more than enough kids that needs to be adopted. So why would we keep bringing kids into this world when there's kids that you can just adopt, and also there's overpopulation, all this other stuff? I've heard that before. I ain't gonna take anything away from it, but to say that it's unethical for somebody to have a kid is just, we're not gonna even jump down that rabbit hole. I get everything else that point makes, but to say it's unethical to have a child, whatever. And so, but he did say, that he's come to the point. He gonna say, oh, I've come to the realization, that I'll be with someone that, wife, that if she wants to. It ain't that. It's that you're not gonna really find that many women. I'm sorry, if you say that to most women, they're gonna look at you like you've lost your mind. That's why you changed your opinion. That's why, because otherwise, I'm not to say you wouldn't find anybody, but you would be a little bit out here destitute if that was, what you was looking for. But anyway, so he said that, he's okay with having a kid, though, if his wife really wants a kid, then, he'll have a kid and it wouldn't bother him. So that was Amelia and Bennett. That was what bothered them. As far as Amani and Woody, Amani asked Woody about his anger, and he did admit to the fact that, he had some anger problems. But, he went to counseling, to try to work through it. So I think that was good. Let me see. Did anybody else have anything else to say? No, not really. Alrighty. What we got off next here, y'all? I think after that is pretty much when we go on the honeymoon. We on a honeymoon? Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, this is pretty much before we go on the honeymoon. I forgot to put that when they went to bed. Tell me why Bennett had on this, like, it literally was like a dress, and it was like this green straight dress thing. Yo, Bennett. Oh shit. I'm trying to think if I got it, y'all. I don't think I got it. Sorry. There's always a freaking fly that's right here because of this bright ass light that's right in front of me, so it's annoying. But anyway. So, but Bennett pretty much had on this little dress or whatever. It was funny as hell. Bennett is really funny to me. Like, I don't know why, but he really cracks me up. He's a goofball for real, when you get down to it. He's a goofball. So We so everybody gets their baskets. Where we going to? We going to Cancun, Mexico, bitch, Cancun. So all of the couples meet up or whatever, and meet at the airport. And who was it that said it? I think it was Woody, who said, that out of everybody, he thinks that Amelia and Bennett belong together. You could just see the chemistry between them two. And he said, Bennett's funny as hell. They show a clip of Bennett at, like, I guess it was like a bachelor party. Like, why we didn't get where was that footage at Lifetime? Whatever. Or, no, actually, I probably missed it because I didn't watch the first episode. But they showed the little clip of him at the bachelor party dancing with the strippers. He's a key. So get there. The resort is beautiful, 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 beautiful. That resort is bomb as hell. The way that the rooms are set up, super bomb. Amelia and Bennett's room, bomb as hell. So everybody's pretty much there and everything's cool, calm, and collect. I'm trying to think, did anything important really happen? It seems like everybody's getting used to one another. Christina and Henry, it's still very awkward between them two. But what I realized about Henry, because after I seen him talk to her family, is that I think Henry is just like me. He's just like very awkward around people that he don't know. And that's how I am too. So that's why it amazes me that I'm able to do YouTube, but it's probably because to me I'm just talking to myself. So yeah, they're pretty still a little bit awkward. I also want to say about Christina and Henry that Christina, if you say one more time, because it was brought up that he doesn't really like this would be his that she's a flight attendant, right? But outside of that, she's been out of the country a lot, and she was like surprised by the fact that he's never been out the country. And she brought it up so many times throughout this episode that by the time they got to Mexico and she said it again, I was ready to smack the fuck out of her. Okay, Christina, this is his first time out of the country. How many times do you have to say it? We get it. And it kind of feels like she looks down on him a little bit, like about the fact that he hasn't traveled out of the country a lot. So the fuck what? Everybody's not as privileged as you, little girl. Everybody's not as privileged and has the money to spend and bank out like that. And not everybody wants to do that. Okay, alrighty. That was annoying. Outside of that, we pretty much ended with Woody and Amani. They're having a conversation and talking about pretty much like she don't want to have sex with him right away. She wants it to be natural and everything. And you could tell that Amani and Woody and Amelia and Bennett are pretty much the couples that are like off the top, off track, like hitting it. I mean, off the top, hitting it. And I love them two together. Amani and Woody are my fave. Like, I want them to work so badly. They just seem like they really seem like a couple that I know. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them. But I love Amelia and Bennett too. They're so cute to me too. Next week's episode, we get into some little bit of drama, okay? Number one, Woody jumps in and he loses his wedding ring. Now, she shouldn't have been mad about that. She shouldn't have been mad about that if she do. It wasn't on purpose. He jumped in and he lost his wedding ring. It'll be alright. I'm pretty sure Lifetime will buy y'all another one if need be. Number two, Olivia and Brent have a conversation and she tells him that she never really seen herself for kids. That's going to be a huge problem. Amelia and Bennett, Amelia is telling him how she has to take a job here and residency here. That's going to be a huge issue. And then finally at the end, Miles tells Karen that he has been in 10, count them people, 10 monogamous relationships. I think he said in his life, or I don't know how long, but my God, you're the same age as me. For you to be 26 and be in 10 relationships, that is a lot. I want him to explain to me what his definition of a relationship is. Because like she said, that sounds like a serial relationship person to me. And that type of person, no. And this is what I mean about people not being mentally healthy to get into this, like these type of situations and, this type of show. But anyway, y'all tell me what y'all think. I'm out. Bye.